Alright, truth and love, y'all. It's been a while since I did a video, and I'll get into all that some other time. But right now, I want to talk about the importance of understanding destiny swapping and eating food in the solar plexus chakra. If you don't know what destiny swapping is, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is somebody who tries to get close to you or are already close to you to try to swap destinies with you. Okay? Um, for those of you who disagree or don't want to understand what I'm saying, or you just want to troll or whatever the hell, you can keep it moving. Okay? This is specifically for the people who want to gather more information when it comes to destiny swapping, and because they understand that they've been affected by it. All right, there are people out here who really want your life because envy is so deep. And when I tell you people out here are so envious, not even jealous, envious, okay, they'll do anything to get away from the agony of their own life. Anything. And let me just say that one more time. They are willing to do anything to get away from the struggles of their own life, except to actually do the work. All right? So, when it comes to eating whatever food you're eating, right? If you know you've been destiny swapped, for me, because I feel like it can happen many different ways. People talking about rubbing elbows and shit like that. That never happened. For me, my family was poisoned in my food with black magic. Alright? And confirmation. I don't know if you heard that. But when I was 6 years old, see, they've been plotting on me since birth, but at 6 years old, when I was really waking the fuck up at that age, and I discovered all these talents and these psychic abilities and shit that I had, boom, that's right when they fucking did it. And so, since 6 years old, I was diagnosed with IBS. I was in and out of the hospital for my stomach issues, and it was a really fucked up time. I mean, it was so bad that I know somebody out there has had to experience this also, where there were times where my gut was so rotten from this black magic. Cause I'm 6 years old. You know what I mean? Now, I wasn't eating everything in the world for my colon to be that fucked up already. There were times where I would burp and it smelled like literal battery acid. Like nothing that should ever come out of a child's gut. And so, ever since then, I've been, sick with this and then I bounce back from it, or, I get sick with that and then bounce back from it, whatever, right? This was also around the time where I was getting severely abused. So the level of attack that started at this age amped up so much because I was waking up so quickly. And my aunt wanted my manifesting abilities. They all wanted what I had. And I didn't know at the time. Now I knew something was going on and I knew something was fucked up. But because I went through trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma, my focus ended up being deviated towards that. So then I wouldn't ask myself, questions. I wouldn't question my family to myself to try to figure anything out, or for my intuition to click about that. They clouded my shit. So they destiny swapped with me through poisoning my food with black magic. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that has gone through this. I mean, specifically in America, we're going through it because America is the most gluttonous fucking country in the world. We're the only people that are just now catching on to the fact that, oh, we need a parasite cleanse. Oh, maybe we should start doing enemas and colon cleanses. Maybe we should start intermittent fasting. Maybe we should really clear our gut health. Right? And we got all this fucking fast food. There's a 7-Eleven every 6 blocks. In between that is a damn Chipotle, a Dunkin' Donuts. You got all this crap out here, right? Whatever. Most people are not realizing that destiny swap happens all the time. Energy being drained from us happens all the time. And we're the only ones in the world that think it's fucking funny and cute to get the itis. Oh, that's how you know it was good. That's how you know it was good. When you ain't got no more energy left after that, and you undressing yourself at the fucking table, and you waddling away from your seat, and you breathing hard and heavy. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to shit on American traditions, but I am shedding light on it. It's gluttonous. So let me just go back to my point. When it comes to food and the destiny swap. For me personally, and I'm saying this because there's so many people out there that has gone through this and not have recognized it, or they've recognized it and don't really know what to do about it. I'm here to help you out as best as I can. For me, my entire family went against me. Not everybody in my family is evil, but the people that went along with the evil, they were scared. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to end up in my shoes. They didn't want black magic being put on them, even though it was being put on them, just by agreeing to work with the darkness and shit of the rest of my family, right? So you have, the ringleaders and the minions. Now, imagine a tree. Could be a big willow tree, oak tree, whatever. A big tree, though, right? And you standing in front of this thing, maybe by a couple of feet. Just envision... I feel like I want to throw up as I'm saying this, like I want to purge. Envision you in that tree and that there's a cord attached to your solar plexus chakra, which is at the top of your stomach, which has to do with your willpower, you taking action, your level of confidence, okay, and your self-worth. Your self-worth, soul riches, okay? And this cord is attached from your solar plexus chakra to the bark of this tree. Not even just the bark, but it's attached to the tree, the trunk. There we go. The trunk of the tree. And every single time you come up with a good idea, you try to take action towards something in your life, every single time you try to find your self-worth and do your affirmations or love on yourself somehow, some way, your energy ends up being drained. And so then your money is gone the next day. You start feeling sick the next day. Your vitals start to go down. Things in your life start to just not work for you. It's because all of that energy has shot into that tree, so that the people in your family are a part of your family tree, if they're related. And they don't have to necessarily be related to be able to destiny swap either. But for those of you in any kind of family, all of your energy is going straight to them. You are their source of survival. What they're doing is very parasitic. Alright? And so what I had to learn for myself in order to help cut the cords indefinitely was check the way I would eat. Alright? And I don't want to make this video too long. I will expand in other videos, but I will say this. Eat with intentions. Eat with pure intentions. America, I swear to God, is the only country that when somebody says, hey, you hungry? Instead of saying, yeah, I'm actually really hungry, my body needs some sustenance, it's, I could eat. Really? You could eat? You just ate. We're some of the only people that will eat until we're full, busting at the gut, and smell something or hear something or look at something and go for another 6 bites. Now, when that happens, understand something. We think that when we eat food, we're feeding just us. We're not feeding just us. And we're not feeding just parasites either. And I'll make another video about that because I have my experiences with that. We're also feeding the entity that was placed inside of us so that they can feed our family. Let me say that one more time. We're not just feeding our bodies. We're not just feeding the parasites, which is a part of the darkness, okay? The dark entity that was placed in our stomach, that attached itself from our solar plexus chakra to the tree, or whoever it is that's destiny swap with us. When we overindulge, when we do too much, when we eat things that are not for our bodies anymore, it weighs us down, but it energizes that dark entity that has attached itself to us through the people that have destiny swap with us. So every time our energy does this, their energy does that. If you ever had a situation where you're saying to yourself, man, I feel like shit. Oh, and I've been trying all day. I've been trying. But I just can't seem to get it right. I keep fucking up, right? You try to find ways to be logical about it. Maybe it's my ADHD. Maybe it's my OCD. Maybe it's my traumas. Maybe it's my PTSD. You try to think about all these bullshit diagnoses and all that, right? But watch you get a phone call from that one friend or that one family member. Oh, I just won the lottery today. Or, oh, I just got myself a brand new car today. Or I just got promoted today. Or I'm getting married. Something where you see that their life is starting to shine and sparkle and you still sitting in the mud. Alright? That's because specifically when we consume, we are feeding the darkness that has been attached to us. to understand something. The destiny swap I might save this for another video because it's already getting long. No, fuck that shit. Anybody who's got the courage to just sit down and listen to this, cool, I appreciate it. Alright, you can pause it and go take a dump and do whatever it is you gotta do throughout your day. Unpause it, come back. Right? Put a marker on it. Destiny swapping isn't always a permanent thing. It always depends on the person that became the victim. So for me, for an example, the stronger I get, the more I choose to use my willpower to love, to educate myself, to better myself somehow, some way. And I still keep going despite it all. It weakens them. So if I decide to give up, if I decide to, hurt myself in any way and never come back, they win. For now. Right? But it doesn't stay. That destiny swap shit doesn't stay. I believe even in soul contracts, the destiny swap is agreed upon. And for people who have been destiny swapped and destiny swapped permanently, most likely in their soul contract, that's what they'd agreed to, and that was their destiny. Alright? So it's going to be different for everybody. We are meant to break the chains and break the cycles of the fuckery. Specifically, gluttony. So if you feel drained, you feel messed up somehow, some way, and then you keep hearing everybody else in your family or in your friend group that shit keep going right and well for them, it's because somebody destiny swapped with you. Think about the person that's gotten closest to you. If you can't think about that, then you're most likely going to have to look towards your parents or your siblings. Okay? Eat with pure intentions. Communicate with your body. See what it needs. Ask your body what can I give you today? What do you need today? So if you're saying this to yourself, right? You say a little prayer or some affirmations before you walk into a grocery store, which I believe everybody should. You walk down certain aisles. Your body is going to let you know exactly what it wants. Or wherever it is that you go. Your body is going to tell you somehow, some way what it really needs. Don't ignore it. Because you would rather go in your comfort zone, in your feelings of feeling unworthy. You know the truth compared to your feelings. You know the truth. Don't allow your feelings to outweigh your truth. The truth is, if you know you are absolutely worthy of having a healthy, prosperous life, but you keep sinking yourself into a place of, man, I'm just a fuck up. I just keep fucking up. Because that's where I used to be. I used to do that a lot. And I've been doing shadow work for 19 plus years now. On my own. And so I recognize when it's not my energy. So if you choose to get comfortable in feeling sorry for yourself and feeling you want to Eeyore, I'm not worthy. It is what it is. Eeyore. Right? I used to be the biggest Eeyore. You're feeding them still. When you watch something that no longer resonates with you, or you're doing things that no longer resonate with you, or you're hanging out with people, places, and things that no longer resonate with you, or you have certain habits and behaviors and addictions that no longer resonate with you, it's because you're feeding this entity. And every time they get fed, they get paid. And you get broke. So, what I would invite you to do, since the solar plexus chakra is yellow, this is going to be very basic, but it'll be very powerful. I would invite you to go and get specifically fruit. Get you a pineapple, a banana, any fruit that's yellow. And I want you to cut it up, put it on a plate or in a bowl. You light a white candle. That white candle is for purity. You light a black candle. That is for protection. This is not the type of witchcraft to, oh no, I'm going to go harm somebody. Everybody practices witchcraft and don't even know it. I'll do that for another video. You take a white candle, you take a black candle. If you don't have both, you can just use either or. If you don't have either of those and you got like a Yankee candle, that's fine. Just put some fire in front of you, okay? Because the element for the solar plexus chakra is fire. Fire is to destroy, but fire is made to digest. Alright, you think about putting a bunch of wood in the fireplace. It digests the wood. Now it's ash. Okay, it alchemized. So, you have your plate. You got your fire in front of you. Speak. Telepathically speak. Or you can speak it out loud, however you're most comfortable with it. Speak to your food. Give thanks for what it's about to do for you. You can speak to your pineapple and say, thank you in advance for easing the pain and suffering that I've caused in my solar plexus chakra. Or not that I've caused necessarily, yeah, we've done some damage to ourselves, of course. But speak to the pineapple. Give it a healing command for it to heal you when you ingest and digest it. You can tell the pineapple, I command you to heal my solar plexus chakra. I command you to reverse the destiny swap. And try that for 3 days in a row because of the 7 basic chakras. Your solar plexus chakra is the 3rd. When you are ready to let go of the junk food, fast from the shit and eat fruit, but make sure you have some yellow fruit and that you give it a command. But do this with all of your food. Do this with all of your food. Alright? And you do what you want to do. You experiment how you want to experiment. But for those of you who have been destiny swapped by way of food poisoning, I would invite you to try this. Alright? And I'm going to come up in here. I'm going to make another video. I miss making YouTube videos. It is what I love to do. But if you're going through it right now and you're having a hard time, please know that you are loved. You may be completely alone and by yourself. You are loved. You are not alone. You are not by yourself the way you think you are. Okay? If you have any questions, you have any comments, I will do my best to answer them. I love you very much, and I'll be back soon.